So, hi, and welcome back to the Illegal Pancakes podcast. No, we were not dead, just busy, which is worse.
Sometimes. Well,
Yeah.
no, all the time. You're right.
Yeah.
So, with our great triumphant return, we decided we would just take things easy, and we decided we would make a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate character wish list video, which
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident we are the only people on the internet to do so. So, here we go. But do we want to set any rules first, or?
No, not really. I mean, it has to be reasonable. Like, it can't be a character that's like exclusive to a specific like company. Let's say uh, like Master Chief. I don't think Master Chief will ever be
No,
in
I don't
Smash.
think Master Chief will ever be in Smash either. But I don't think that's because Microsoft or 343 wouldn't allow it. I think it's more because of I don't think Nintendo tries to get more like mature games. They don't want to cross over with those.
Bayonetta,
Yeah,
Persona 5.
yeah, but even those are only rated T, aren't they?
No, Bayonetta's rated M.
Is it seriously?
Yeah, both of them are. You didn't
Huh.
know that?
No, I didn't know that. I thought they were rated T.
Yeah, and freaking Solid Snake.
Yeah, aren't those games rated T as well?
Like,
I know he uses a gun. I guess the new one's rated M, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much all the Metal Gear Solid games are
Oh.
rated M, except like Peace Walker.
Mm-hmm. No,
No,
well,
like-
I guess I'm wrong. So
Yeah.
there is no maturity ratings.
So yeah, I don't know. We don't really have to have any rules or anything.
No, I think we should because I mean there's a lot of like lists out there. I know that a really popular thing people always say is that they want to have Goku in Super Smash Brothers, and
Okay.
I don't think that's right because I think Super Smash Brothers needs to be a kind of a conglomerate of video game characters, and I think that if you put characters from like a movie or an anime or something like that, it would take away from what the game represents. So
Yeah.
for this
so,
list, we are going to say no movie characters and no like anime or cartoon characters.
So yeah, just pretty much video game characters then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will allow video game cartoon characters like characters made up for cartoons of video games, but I don't think any of those are going to be on our list. So who cares?
Yeah. Really. Yeah, but kind of want to start with some backstory to this. So, Terry Bogard was announced like back in early or mid September. I forget how long ago it was. That was a guy that I was, really hoping would get in Smash. So I was.
Yeah,
thinking,
I was excited to see that too. I was like, oh, it's my favorite character.
Yeah, it's like an SNK character. So it's like, you know what? Maybe Nintendo actually heard me. So maybe if I get a few more out there,
That's true. Because it was a year before we did the Castlevania double feature where
Yeah.
we talked about how we wanted that, and now they put Castlevania characters in.
Did we
Yeah,
talk
this-
about? Did
We
talk
talked about it a
that?
little bit. We didn't talk about it before the update, but
Yeah, I mean, I've always said friggin' Simon Belmont not being in Smash was kind of weird, but that's beside the point.
mm-hmm.
But so yeah,
So let me ask you this, Connor, because you happen to be a retro gamer yourself.
yeah.
Would you like to see more retro video game characters appear in Smash, or modern characters?
It's really hard to answer because
Yeah, because I mean, I feel the same way. I think it's really cool when they bring back like a retro character, like
yeah,
Simon Belmont or someone like that, like someone from like the old school games, or what's his name, Ike. I don't know how old those games are. I only know about the ones on like the NES.
yeah, yeah. But no, most of mine are fairly recent. I wouldn't say anything from earlier than well, I guess I have some from the '80s, but I don't know. We'll just see. I don't even have a set list in mind. I just have names.
No.
I'd even think of a few more off the top of my head. All right. So the first one I'm going to start with is, oh crap, what's their name? The guys from Contra.
Yeah, see, that was gonna be my first one as well, as the two dudes from Contra.
Yeah, Bill and I forget the other guy's name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But those two, I mean, Contra is one of the most iconic NES games. Obviously, if they have the Castlevania characters, then Konami can use them. So, again, that goes back to we were talking about we want more retro characters. I would love to see those two come back, just because well, Contra's a really fun game, and it would match the rest of Super Smash Brothers, you know?
Yeah, and there's sort of an inundation with a lot of like melee focused characters, and Contra, gun.
Yeah.
That would probably be good for it to have some variety on that front.
All right. So, a character I think would be really fun to have would be the dude from Crazy Taxi. I mean, it would be hard to do, but Nintendo has enough money that they could pull it off. Just like have the dude freaking like show up in the car and then, well, I don't even know how it would work, but I think that'd be cool if you could do the Crazy Taxi. Just drive around in a taxi and run over the other characters or whatnot.
Yeah. Does that guy even have like a name?
I don't know if he does. Actually, I think in Crazy Taxi you can play as like 4 different characters. I don't know which one's the main one.
Oh, okay.
I always liked playing as the black dude because he said the funny stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you imagine, because you could be like Ryu and then you could just blow up the Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have thought of that. So another one kind of going off of Konami. Another franchise that's really near and dear to my heart, Silent Hill. Friggin' Pyramid Head.
What? You want Pyramid Head in Smash?
Yeah.
Remember what I said? Like, don't you think that'd be like a bit much for, I don't know, like the 9-year-olds who play Super Smash Bros? I guess not. Most people
May I restate Bayonetta?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, friggin' Pyramid Head. It's like a big, slow, tanky guy.
No, that would actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like So I know they got a couple of like really like heavy characters like King K. Rool.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had like, I don't know, someone that was more just the less bullshit. I don't know.
All right. So here's a big one that is honestly, it's kind of still mind blowing that she hasn't been put in any games yet. But Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. Like, that's a very obvious pick to put into Smash Bros. Just because, well, at least in the 90s and early 2000s, she was a huge video game icon. And her franchise is going on pretty well right now. I think she's getting a second movie, which is actually probably like a fourth. I don't know. I haven't seen any Tomb Raider movies. But she would be a great addition to throw in Smash.
Yeah, like, I guess I always think of like Tomb Raider as a PlayStation exclusive, like mainly because of the earlier games.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's now more of like a, multi-console thing.
Yeah.
Because I think the latest games are both on like, Xbox, PlayStation 2, or not PlayStation 2, damn it, PS4.
Yeah.
And then PC. So, yeah.
So would you want to see it be the modern Lara Croft, or do you want it to be the OG one?
Like the more cartoony one?
Yeah, the more cartoony one with the more ridiculous lots of land, we'll put it like that.
I could see them doing it as an alternate costume.
Yeah,
maybe.
so if they did it, they would do it as an alternate costume, but
Yeah.
they'd probably do the modern one because it's a modern world.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
people really like the modern ones. I've never played them, but
Yeah, I think she'd be pretty interesting.
mm-hmm.
Guns. I
Yeah,
don't
she
know
could have
much
the
other than that.
guns. She has the bow in the new ones.
Oh yeah.
And was it she does martial arts in the old ones, doesn't she? Or does she just shoot?
I don't know. I know she's like more acrobatic, I want to say.
Yeah, which would work perfectly with Smash.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
It'd probably be a little more realistic to see her do a backflip than the Crazy Taxi to do a backflip.
Yeah. He only gets one jump.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. Who else have I been thinking? So I don't know how. Well, no, this is probably more likely, like in recent years, but like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah. That's another one where it's kind of weird that he's not in it.
Yeah, because the Insane trilogy came to both Xbox and PlayStation. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's had any games on Switch or not, but he'd be pretty interesting to see as just like a sort of, I don't know, mascot character that's
Yeah,
now.
because now fallen to Nintendo's power, just like Sonic.
Well, I don't think he's fallen to Nintendo's power just yet. Or, I forget who owns him now.
Yeah.
It might be Activision, and that's probably not good.
So, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that because there's already a lot of characters that have crossed over, but usually when they do a crossover from a non-Nintendo property, they'll just use one character. Do you think that there should be more characters from, like, say, some of the universes, like more Final Fantasy characters or more Street Fighter characters or more Sonic characters? Or do you think that one is enough from a franchise? Because there's like 1,000 Nintendo characters, and then there's like 50 non-Nintendo characters, but they never do like more than one from the non-Nintendo games, you know?
Yeah, that is kind of weird, but then again,
It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense from like a
yeah,
business standpoint.
yeah. Then also, like, where do you draw the line? If you give one like franchise like more than one, like you feel like you're kind of dicking
I
over
feel
the
like
other ones.
I feel like you just do it that whichever company agrees to give Nintendo more money.
Yeah.
uh,
Actually, I'm actually curious what their process was for that because
yeah.
it seems like I don't know. Crap, what's that guy's name that runs it? But like, it seems like he's kind of going with fan input a bit, and
Hmm.
then also like picking some like very obvious choices, like Banjo Kazooie, of course Simon Belmont,
Hmm.
and stuff like that.
So yeah, I think it'd be cool if they threw like Chun-Li in there, or Tails the Fox, or someone like that. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone would be upset by that.
yeah. It was. It is kind of annoying for like certain ones, like Castlevania and Street Fighter. They just had Echo characters. Like
Yeah,
they had more
yeah,
than one, but they were like clones pretty much. It's like I
yeah.
would have
Like how
liked.
they have like Dark Samus. I'm like, it's just a reskin. Like,
Yeah, but I mean they have Zero Suit Samus as well, which I guess is kind of different.
that's
But,
still different. Yeah, go on.
but yeah, but like no, like I would have rather have seen like Alucard as a secondary character. Like as
Yeah, a
another
lot of
one.
people wanted to see him as well.
Yeah, or like
And Alucard's in more games, isn't he? He's like
he's in two.
he's in two. Yeah,
No, three. Crap, how many is he in? He's actually in more, but like as a playable character, only like two.
yeah.
But like Simon Belmont's been in like a frictillion remakes of the original Castlevania, and then Castlevania 2,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much every crossover game they've made. So like he was the obvious choice, and then Richter they added because if they just had Simon, he would have a very very boring move set. Yeah, like pretty much like half of their like shared move set comes from Richter. Probably even
Yeah,
more than that. Just kind of funny. But yeah, it's like for Street Fighter, Chun Li would have seemed like a more obvious choice than Ken. But then they went oh, let's just reskin them. That's they got away with it in the old days.
yeah. If it's Smash, people are gonna buy it. So
Yeah.
now
So
here's a
yeah,
question for you. Now, again, going back to Super Smash Bros. Is kind of supposed to be like, I don't know, like the Hall of Fame for video games. I've always felt like maybe not even throw in characters from other games, but throw in like have different maps themed around older games and stuff. I always felt like there should be like a Pong themed map, just because I mean Pong is easily one of the best video games ever made, and it wouldn't be exactly hard to do, or say like a Tetris map or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean they could pay homage to other games without having playable characters and stuff.
yeah. I mean, so with a lot of like, so I know a couple like, damn, what am I trying to say? I know there are a couple like homages to like other games that aren't represented like by characters. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know there's like Galaga stuff,
Yeah.
and other like Namco things that appear in, because of Pac-Man mainly, but like power-ups and stuff like that. So I mean, they are kind of doing that, but like a stage, like just a straight up stage would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it'd be a Guitar Hero one would be pretty cool as well. Like it's
yeah,
like the Guitar Hero like main menu kind of, not the main menu, but and you just have the Smash Bros characters running across, jumping off like the star power meter and stuff. That was a game that was really cool and really popular, and then couldn't bring itself back.
Yeah, I mean, it was popular until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's a couple questions. I'm just gonna throw out some game companies that don't have representation in Smash Bros. I'm gonna see if you think any of their characters should be allowed to come to the Smash universe. So, Blizzard is a huge game company. They have the StarCraft games, they have Overwatch, they have World of Warcraft. Do you think any of those games should get their representation in Smash?
Well, I'm not going to say they should, because that would be, I think that's kind of a stretch, but I would say that of any, like, games owned by Blizzard or under Blizzard, like, Overwatch would be the choice, because that's a lot, that has a lot more, like, characters. They're, like,
No,
well
yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. But at the same time, World of Warcraft is a huge game. And,
True.
It would feel almost wrong that Overwatch would be in Smash and not Warcraft in some ways,
Kinda.
And the older Warcraft games had a lot of characters and stuff in them. It was just that World of Warcraft, which was the biggest one, at least when we were kids, didn't. But like if they threw in like Gul'dan or something like that, I think that'd be really cool. All right. Next game company, Bethesda.
Oh.
So Bethesda has Elder Scrolls. They have other games, and then they have your personal favorite, Doom, which is also my personal favorite.
Yeah. So I can't believe I forgot about this, but Doom Guy, that's another one on my list.
Oh yeah.
It's like I think he's also like highly ranked on like the U.S. most wanted list too. Like he's number 3 or something absurd like that.
Yeah, the only thing I would have against it is that the Doom guy has been in the Quake games for a while, and I've always felt like Quake should kind of pick up the role of the first-person shooter version of Smash, because they already have all of the id characters.
Yeah, like they have like pretty much all of them except the ones like by 3D Realms.
Yeah, but I feel like Quake Champions or something like that, if they started picking up other shooter characters, that could be something else, because I know Nintendo doesn't really want to use shooters. But so the next company I'm going to bring up, this is another huge game company, and obviously I don't expect any of these characters to appear in Smash because of the company it is, but Valve has made a lot of my favorite games. Obviously, they will never do that because they won't do it unless Smash is on Steam, and Smash will never be on Steam. But obviously, they have the Half-Life games, they have the Portal games, they have TF2, they have Dota. If you had to choose one of those characters, which one would you take?
So the one that would come to mind the most, and I'm gonna admit it, it's not Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. But
is it the heavy from TF2?
No, Shell.
Oh,
Portal.
Shell. Oh yeah, I mean, that could be interesting. I don't know how it would work with her portal abilities, but it'd make fun gameplay. I can imagine that.
Yeah, that actually might be a bad choice now that I'm thinking of it, because like Portal doesn't really have combat, right?
Not really.
Okay. Whoops. So yeah, then Gordon Freeman second.
Yeah, I've always felt like it'd be like the heavy from TF2, just because he's a very iconic character, and he kind of represents what Valve has become, which is just updating games, microtransactions, pre-order. If you pre-order like any game on Steam, you'll get like some stupid hat for Team Fortress.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Valve wanted to represent their company, they would use maybe not even the heavy, but one of the characters from TF2.
Yeah, him or the spy.
Yeah. I feel like Portal could introduce a really cool battlefield though, arena, because you could have one that's like set in aperture and there could be portals opening, so your Smash character could jump through them.
Yeah, that'd be different. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Do you have any other companies?
No, those are the main three I wanted to talk about.
All right.
I think out of all the people we've talked about so far, number one pick character has to be Doom Guy, because
Yeah.
that's everybody. Everybody loves Doom. At least on this channel, we do.
Yeah. Even if people think we don't, we
Yeah,
like
even though people think we don't. That is true. People do think that.
Yeah. You have to like all of Doom. Remember that, Robbie.
I do like all of Doom.
Or else you're a normie.
But I do. I have all the games.
No, you gotta like all of it. You gotta like live, breathe, sleep, Mick Gordon soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
Then like whoever did the Doom 3 soundtrack,
Doom 3 soundtrack is still good. The two songs I heard.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just always forget the name of the guy who did it and I feel bad. But no. That's all in good fun. But yeah. So yeah, Doom Guy is definitely my number one. Number two, maybe friggin' Pyramid Head, even though that's...
I think my number two is probably either Lara Croft or the Contra people.
Yeah.
As long as they're not the new Contra stuff, because that looks gay.
Yeah, apparently that tanked.
Yeah, I can imagine why.
I think it's out already. I'm surprised anyone bought it. Okay.
Well, I think that concludes this week's episode.
Yeah.
If you have any of your own Smash characters you want to add into the game, leave a comment. I'll read it and say, maybe.
And I will agree. Okay. So yep, just if you have any suggestions for topics, because I mean we're honestly, we run out sometimes. Is this kind of?
I think it might be more fun if we do podcasts like this where we just focus on a single topic as opposed to just covering news points.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to be timely or anything, which is nice.
Yeah. One thing I do know though is that the John Carpenter Joker comic is going to be coming out here pretty soon.
Okay.
I would like to do a review podcast on that if you're willing to spend the $7 to get it mailed to your house.
Okay. I have $7.
Yeah, me too. Surprisingly.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So yep, leave your comments, likes, thoughts, whatever the hell down below, and we will see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.